craft with you today. I haven't been sharing crafts for like ever and a day, it seems like, but this one I thought you might be interested in. I just finished covering all these journals with some napkins that I purchased. So this one has a seashell covering. This one here is hot air balloons. I got all these napkins at Winners, and I'm making those, I think they're upside down. Those Mother's Day and Father's Day journals. So this one's hot air balloons. This one beautiful butterflies. And they covered so nicely. So that's all I've done so far is the covering. See the birdies? That one has little hens that go this way. And then this last one is owls in a tree. So what I wanted to do is to make some kind of embellishment or sprays of flowers, and I don't have a lot of, especially leaves, left over. So I saw online to use text and just some string, corded string. So what I did is I don't know how they made theirs, but this is how I'm doing mine. I took pieces of text and cut them like that, put on some glue. I used the Scotch Quick Dry. I placed a piece of twine just down this side here. Then I folded the top over like that and glued it all together, and I was left with something that looks like this. So I made a whole bunch of those. I'm going to make a whole bunch more. And then I took some scissors and trimmed them into leaf shapes. Oops, like so. And so I'm going to take Distress ink right now, and I'm just going to distress around these and green and probably Vintage Photo, just to give them a leaf-like. I made a pile of leaves here. So I am just going to sit here, and I started here. I'm using peeled paint Distress ink first. And because I'm filming with my phone, it's going to be hard to show you how, but you guys all know how to do the circular motion with your applicator. And then I went over them with with Vintage Photo, just over the edges, and particularly on the stem where it's raised, because of the rope and the twine, it raises up the stem, you see? And then I sprinkled them with a little water to distress them up more, and I put 3 of them together like that and glued them together. And then you can lay them on your book, you know, however you want. Here, I'll move that away so you can kind of see. And you have a spray of leaves, like so. You can put flowers around it or whatever you want. You could use 2 or 3 sprays. What I like about this project, it is so inexpensive to make such a cool embellishment. And you can use them for tags, cards, gifts, whatever you want, books, journals. I just think it's such a cool element. It's a natural element. You can mix it with paint, you can mix it with metal elements or whatever. So once I get it finished on the front of a journal, I'll come back and show you. So I've got quite a bundle of these leaves made. They were a lot of fun to make. And when I was done using my Distress ink, I put a light coat of Mod Podge on top of them. So the Distress ink I used was peeled paint and Vintage Photo, I think. Yes. And so I wanted to show you one of the finished projects with the leaves in the background, so you can see them there. On the back of that, that really pretty copper, I used, it is called Fire Opal, and it's the silks, and I just touched the leaves with it, and then I had some metal embellishments that I painted with the same paint, because you can paint on metal, and there's a large bottle cap under here. Then I placed roses on top. I kept them pretty much white, other than I did a little bit of peeled paint very lightly on top. Put a ribbon with a banner that says Mom with little pearl there, and a pearl in the center, and the doily on the background. And on that I used Irresistible spray. So I sprayed it first, then I went over it with the peeled paint, and it still left the, it leaves a little bit of a texture. It looks like this. So these two are almost in the same color family. And I'm not quite finished this book, but these are those composition books that turn into Mother's Day. It's a Mother's Day journal, and what it is you give it to your family or your kids or grandchildren, and they write a message or draw a picture for their mom or grandma every Mother's Day, and you can always use it for her birthday, and it helps get rid of all that extra card buying and the recycling of cards and all of that. Or if she gets some cards, she can glue them in here so she can keep all of her keepsakes in one place. So I just wanted to share with you how it looks on a layout or on a book or on a journal. I quite like how they turned out. They're very easy. All you need was some print paper, distress inks, and twine. And for this coily thing, I just put a blob of glue and just twisted it round and around and around and kind of held it for a minute so it would dry. And that's that. And what I really recommend for your text is that you use a heavier text. So I guess a newer text than it would be a really vintage one that's falling apart, because I don't think it would withstand very well. So that's how my journal looks, despite my messy table. There's the journal. It's just about all done. So hope you like this, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.